Reactivation, man. Come on, you know the thing. Shit makes my eyes bleed.
Reactivation.
Yeah. Let's go, Daddy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back for another reactivation video.
Holy shit! This ends the drug debate.
I'm waiting at the screen.
Oh, sorry. But it's all in all caps. That's
Yeah,
just saying it how it's written.
fucking Russell Brand.
Yeah.
This ends the drug debate. Go check out his channel for this video if you want to watch it without us yapping over top of it.
Yeah, sorry.
Unless you do that, you're going to deal with us
Broke your
yapping over
speakers
top of it.
When I came in.
Yeah, new audio. Test.
If cannabis isn't actually a gateway drug, then why is it still illegal? Particularly when the current administration said they were going to deschedule it. And who on earth thinks that the solution to all of this might be to bomb Mexico? Why are they still criminalizing drugs?
Bomb
Hello there, you
Mexico.
6.4 million awakening wonders. Thanks for
This be
joining me on this
wild,
voyage to
sometimes,
truth
man. I
and
watch
freedom.
a
Turn on
whole
the notification
fucking
bell right now so you receive our daily
I mean,
videos and continue to
I
awaken
watch some of this
yourself,
stuff.
open your mind, determine
lot
for yourself truth from fiction,
more-
propaganda,
he's
from
far
free
left,
information,
you know,
so
on
that we
most
can
of his
form
views.
new systems, new communities, and awaken together. This is a fantastic video today. We're talking about drug decriminalisation on the back of a debate on Fox News where Judge Janine predictably said the solution might be bomb Mexico. Is there a single problem that Judge Janine doesn't think
What?
can't be solved with a bomb, usually on Mexico? Look at these problems in Iran. Could we bomb Mexico? But there's no... Come on, let's try it. Try it. I
Who is
remember
this?
Joe Biden
Wants
did
to
run
bomb
on a pledge
Mexico?
to deschedule cannabis use. So what
I
is
don't
it
know.
about drug use and the potential awakening of minds and changing of perspective that means that drugs are continually used to fence people in and hem people in? Let's have a look at the Fox News debate.
Look, I think you should target the cartels while you negotiate with them, and I
Oh,
also think you got
that's
to
why she's
legalize
saying
drugs.
it.
I mean,
All right.
the only way you're going to have quality control, like prescriptions, and the only way you're going to stop fentanyl poisonings would be to legalize these drugs which people want.
Seems like a sensible solution proposed by Greg Gutfeld, a libertarian or indeed liberal solution, allowing people to do what they want as long as it doesn't affect other people. There is some precedent for decriminalisation, notably in Portugal. Since it decriminalised all drugs in 2001, Portugal has seen dramatic drops in overdoses, HIV infection and drug-related crime. So it has been tried successfully.
The problem isn't with the dealers. The problem is with us, right? We're the demand. They're just the supplier. You know what? You want to know who the drug dealers are? Snoop Dogg was a drug dealer.
Ooh, I like Snoop Dogg.
Jay-Z was a drug dealer.
Ooh, I like Jay-Z.
50 Cent was a drug dealer.
Love it.
The U.S. government is a drug dealer.
Pity.
Mark Wahlberg was a drug dealer.
Marky Mark, gotta love him.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen from Home Improvement. Tim
Oh,
Allen.
yeah,
That's just
cocaine.
weird.
And you know who opened this segment?
Who?
Kid Rock was a drug dealer.
Drugs, yes. Bud Light. No.
There's a lot of hypocrisy from Republicans. What do they love and preach to everybody? Capitalism. What do they hate? Regulating it. What is the drug market? Unregulated capitalism. A lot for the first rung onto that ladder of capitalism often is drug dealing for blacks.
Well, they
So how
basically-
dare you?
They,
So, interesting change of tone program. How dare you prevent young hustler businessmen and women from getting a foot on the ladder? Fantastic. Judge Janine's not going to stand for much more of this. She's already reaching for the bomb Mexico button. This sounds like bomb Mexico territory.
Also
Bomb
don't get
there.
taxes from all
Bomb
those
there.
black
they
market.
legalized drugs in Portland, essentially, and everyone's dying and sleeping on the streets.
What? Everyone.
Do you agree that we should legalize drugs, Judge Janine?
Let me ask you a question. What do you think my answer is to that? Absolutely not.
Okay.
We can't legalize it. And look, here's
The
the
drug
thing.
war is working great.
Well, no, because we're not doing everything we need to be doing.
Arrest more people?
No, what we
Because they're
need to do-
seeking oblivion?
Arrest? No, not yet. Judge Janine has found a measure a little harsher than just
First,
plain
let's
arrest.
kill a whole
Keep
bunch
going,
of
Judge.
people.
Look,
what
Joe
she's
Biden wants to sanction and financially crippled. We heard this drug czar saying they're going to know that we're serious. Are you kidding? We need to designate them as as foreign terrorists.
Right. Finally,
Wow.
some common sense. Here's Greg
Foreign
Gutfield
terrorists.
saying that they're entrepreneurs and Judge Jeanine, terrorists. Yeah, some pretty diverse views over there on Fox.
So that we can go after them the way we go after terrorists. We need to have military strikes.
Yes, it's a war. The war on drugs. We all remember how successful that war on drugs has been from our own horrible struggle with drugs and from the opioid deaths of the last few years.
And I don't care if President Obrador in Mexico thinks we're rude or thinks it's an insult that we would consider doing this. The truth is that if you've got 100,000 people dying, we're in a damn war right now. And these kids are not dying because they want to take fentanyl. They're dying because they want to take maybe an Adderall or maybe they want to take an oxycodone.
This is extraordinary
wanna do
because the
nine
debate is actually
cocaine.
moving away from the pharmaceutical companies who deliberately and manipulatively encouraged doctors financially to prescribe fentanyl knowing that it was addictive and harmful. So this is an example, I suppose, of how the mainstream media, even in their framing of a conversation, prevents you from looking at the issue in its entirety. While I recognise that Fox News have been quite overt in their covering of the opioid crisis, fentanyl, the Sackler family, Purdue Pharma, all of that. Here, they seem to be moving once again towards, do you know who caused all this? It's Mexicans.
That's why you
and
legalize
it's an
it.
undeclared war. No, that's
Yes.
not why you legalize
That's
it.
where you get the control of it. When
Yeah.
look,
Really?
look, read about Prohibition. The reason why people died during Prohibition was because the alcohol wasn't controlled.
Yeah,
Greg Gutfield
exactly.
very much carrying on the mantle left behind by Tucker Carlson of providing a genuinely liberal and anti-establishment voice in a corporatized space. I wouldn't have believed it possible just 5-10 years ago that you'd ever see someone on Fox News who was salaried by them saying that drugs should be decriminalised, that the pharmaceutical industry are worse than drug
yeah,
dealers,
that's
ensuring that the debate is handled
point there,
deftly.
man.
Okay.
Once you control pills,
So we're
then you
gonna
know
make-
it's an Adderall.
So
then you
we're
know
gonna
it's a
make
a Xanax.
fentanyl so that it's not lethal anymore.
Fentanyl is legal, by the way.
Lethal.
No, yes,
Lethal.
Lethal, like a bomb. It's going to be
Fentanyl
landing
shouldn't
any
be
minute
in-
in Acapulco.
but it's also
Shouldn't be
legal.
there.
I know it's legal. Doctors prescribe
It's also
it.
lethal on the street, but not
it's
lethal when it's prescribed.
Well, it's not
See?
lethal when it's prescribed. Yeah,
Yes,
I
that's
get
my
it. But
point.
here's the problem, is that the kids who don't want necessarily an illegal drug and only want something that's ordinary and that it's in everybody's medicine cabinet end up taking something
Because
like...
it's not regulated, because they get mixed. You're agreeing
Okay,
with me.
I'm not
You're
agreeing with you.
Yes,
No,
the reason
it's
why
an
people... Look, I have had 2 friends die of overdoses from fentanyl.
We
for
all
the
have
sa-
had
For the
friends
same
who
reason
died.
you're...
We've
Really?
all had friends die of overdose. That's
Wonder
why I
how-
got to bomb Mexico.
Friends.
How many
We're
friends
talking
she's
about.
had
No, they
die
didn't know
of
they were
fentanyl.
taking it.
Yeah,
If it was
okay.
legal, that wouldn't have happened.
And you know what?
follow.
But the truth is that
wouldn't
people
happen.
follow. But the truth is that
I mean,
people are
come on,
dying of
Judge.
these
Not through
overdoses
legal
because they don't think that
markets.
there's fentanyl in
Not-
it, or they don't know that there's that much.
I will rest my case. That's what I said.
Accidentals.
First of all, let me say this was a fascinating conversation.
Firstly, you guys have got a great marriage. That's what I want to say, and it's worth saving.
And I tend to agree with Greg. After trillions of dollars in the failed war on drugs, I don't think that prohibition.
Because we haven't
is-
done the war
And
properly.
I also think
Do the war properly with greater wars. Afghanistan, okay, maybe not Afghanistan. Iraq, okay, maybe not Iraq.
There's
This one,
no
the one we're not in.
right
Okay.
way.
Just look, bomb
You just
Mexico.
need to.
Just say no is not a war.
That's like just burying your head in the sand, ignoring a problem with a ludicrous catchphrase. It
Completely
isn't
right
a war,
to be-
to be
do
fair to
whatever.
Judge Jeanine.
you-
What is a war then?
You referenced.
You
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 referenced.
take out the drug pen.
Then why can't Mexico target our gun manufacturers? Because we're flooding Mexico with guns, hundreds of thousands of guns every year that they're using in all this violence.
Guns don't get
Oh,
up and
God.
say,
If
I'm
we're
going to
gonna
go
bomb-
out
We're using
today
the
and kill
drug
somebody.
debate for Geraldo to come in.
Wow.
Debate.
She's amazing, Judge Jeanine. Guns don't just get up on their own and kill people. Even drugs don't just get up on their own and give themselves to people. It's the
Yeah.
exact same argument and quite a
It
good one
is.
from that beautiful Guess Who character.
If we're going to bomb Mexico, why don't we bomb China?
I like
China's
the guy in
source
the
of
middle,
the
just
fentanyl.
sitting there.
I mean, you just cannot. You cannot
Just
do.
All right,
Doesn't even wanna be a
let's
part of
legalize
any of it.
That's
See
why
how
I
good
think
that goes.
I've covered every drug from 1970. I was there when Nixon started the war on drugs. It's not working. It doesn't work. We've got to confess it at a certain point. Trillions of dollars wasted, no controls. It's
What's
a
killed more
suicide.
people, alcohol or pot?
Exactly.
It's the easiest comparison one could make.
Oh yeah.
There are a lot of very progressive, liberal views being expressed in this debate, and it's an indication of how much the taxonomies of media have shifted. It would have been unthinkable to see a debate where views were expressed articulately that were anti the war on drugs or anti-legislation and regulation and criminalisation and condemnation around those issues. And it shows you in a sense that the old barometers, markers and categories are starting to melt away. Whether it's legitimate or sincere, I would say in the case of Greg Gutfield, having met Greg, that it is sincere. Elsewhere, it might be rhetorical on the channel. I'm in no position to really say. But what this tells us, I think, is that the old values are shifting. This is somewhat underpinned by the recent revelation through study that cannabis is not, as long presumed, a gateway drug at all. Legalizing recreational cannabis at the state level does not increase substance use disorders or use of other illicit drugs among adults, and in fact may reduce alcohol-related problems, according to new CU Boulder research. The study of more than 4,000 twins from Colorado and Minnesota also found no link between cannabis legalization and increases in cognitive, psychological, social, relationship or financial problems. Of course, one of the campaign pledges of the Biden administration was that cannabis would be descheduled. Let's see how that went. In a campaign ad that hit YouTube 7 days before the 2020 election, Biden said, as president, I'll work to reform the criminal justice system, improve community policing, decriminalize marijuana and automatically expunge all prior marijuana convictions. According to a Gallup poll last fall, 68% of Americans said that they wanted to go beyond Biden's promise. They want full federal legalization of the recreational use of marijuana by adults. The kinds of big dramatic steps in that direction that Biden promised would be attention-grabbing and base mobilizing. It has 83% support among Democrats, but best of all, it wouldn't even be a potent issue for mobilizing conservative voters. That poll showed slightly more Republicans were for it, 50%, than against it, 49%. Other polls in the last few years have put the Republican for number even higher. A Pew poll in November 2019 found that 55% of Republican-leaning voters were pro-legalization. When something like this has broad appeal and is broadly popular across both parties, I have genuine questions as to why it's not carried, and I feel that it might indicate a deeper set of psychological biases at an institutional level, as well as a means to incarcerate, stigmatize, and criminalize people conveniently. Eventually, drugs will become decriminalized, if not fully legalized, because it simply doesn't make sense. It's a relic from a more legislative and prohibitive era that can't withstand the kind of conversations that we're currently having around identity, free.
All right, I don't want to burn this dude's whole video up. I get what he's saying, and I agree with it. And the debate over there on Fox is just, I don't know.
I don't know.
Greg's kind of got it going with, but
if any of that ended a drug debate, but I know that, you know, it's not a gateway drug. We've known that for years, and I'm glad that study, you know, kind of shed some light on that. Now people will go, well, that's just one study, and sure it is. Everybody can skew numbers and skew studies and find studies that say one thing or another.
And by the way, we got a weed channel also called Smokeonomics. Looks like it says Smokeonomics, Smokenomics, Smokeonomics. Get over there and check it out. We do festivals and reviews and stuff like that. So go over and check that out.
Yeah. And like, subscribe, hit those buttons.
Mash all that shit.
In the comments, tell us what you'd like us to react to, watch, anything like that.
Yeah. Holy shit. And this ends the
drugs
debate. Holy shit, this ends the drugs debate. Get over and check out
if they want you to.
Russell Brand, you know all that stuff. What's that?
I said hug someone if they'll let you. Now with their permission.
Till next time.